Welcome to GISTUBE TV, your home for everything entertainment. We bring celebrity lifestyle news, happenings across the world. We bring to you social events, anything at all that interests you. You're going to find it on this channel. Just go through our content. You will become glued. I promise you that. So subscribe already and click on the bell button. That is what is going to notify you of updates and interesting gists like this one when we have them for your viewing pleasure.
Leave it to Nigerian actor Yomi Fabiyi to take his activism and humanitarianism very actively. Anyways, welcome to this channel, guys. And if you recall, a few days ago, Nigerian actor Yomi Fabiyi celebrated his birthday and his housewarming party that saw a lot of legends in the Yoruba movie industry grace the event. And that also led us to a revelation that all has not been well with certain best friends, right? And these guys are not like young people. These are men in their 60s. Yinka, Quadri, and Taiwo Hassan, popularly referred to as Ogogo. We did not know that they had beef until one of Nigeria's legendary SRE Kyorile exponents, Suleiman Ajilara, popularly called Ajobiwe, basically a chanter in Yoruba language, right? And he was in that event. He was invited. He was chanting, and then he invited Yinka Quadri, and then also called Ogogo to the stage, and then he started, chanting and begging them that they should come together, they should have a close they should come back to being close friends and what have you. He said, where is your Ogogo? That is, he addressed Yinka Quadri at first because Yinka Quadri went there first. Guys, this video is for us to get to the root of the problem. We are going to talk about the cause of the disagreement, but I'm just trying to what's the word now, let you picture the events that happened that now made us realize that there was trouble in paradise. So he said to Yinka Quadri, he said, where is your Ogogo? In Yoruba, because he was chanting. He said, why did you come here alone? Call him for me. Tell him to come to me. I beg you. It is impossible not to have misunderstandings, but I'm begging you in the name of God to settle whatever it is. He went on to say, please hug each other and let it end there. I do not want to hear anything about your misunderstandings anymore, for God's sakes. That's what he said. Right? And two of them, Yinka Quadri and Ogogo, have been best friends since 1985. So this is a friendship of over 35 years, and apparently it came to a head in 2021. And according to what I've heard and what I've read, it was Yinka Quadri that basically effed up. It was the person that ruined whatever they might have had then. Although now it's safe to say that they've reconciled. Hopefully, it's not, because some persons are saying that Taiwo Hassan to Ogogo's body language in that event did not seem like he had genuinely forgiven Yinka Quadri, that all would be well. But it seemed like just because it was in public and people's eyes were on him, they're waiting to see and hear his reaction, that he just had to say something, right? That was what he did. They started appearing less together in events. In fact, when Ogogo's daughter Shakirat got married, Yinka Quadri was not there. I mean, imagine that. If I don't know, the fight was that big that Yinka Quadri was not invited to Shakira's wedding and naming ceremony, something that would not have happened before. So let's talk about what caused their quarrel, or what caused misunderstanding. Let's refer to it as misunderstanding. Apparently, it was anonymous blogger Gistlover that caused the quarrel. I mean, I don't know how, but that's what I've heard. That I think Yinka Quadri said some things about Ogogo, and then it got to the ears of GISTUBE, and so GISTUBE said things like that outside, and Ogogo just knew that there was no way anybody could have heard it if not from Yinka Quadri. Like, the source had to have come from Yinka Quadri, because of course somebody that you've been friends with for over 32 years, 33 years, as at 2021, you guys would have some things that you must have shared with each other that you don't tell no other person, some intimate things about your life and whatnot you must have shared. So that got to Ogogo, and so both of them could not find a common ground anymore now. So that's what happened, and people that are close to them are saying that, oh yeah, they've just noticed that that they've not been attending events together and things like that have been happening, but that since they're very close to them, Oga Bello, that's Adebayo Salami and Jide Kosoko, that they just feel like, okay, those two elderly persons also, because those are like the elderly persons we have in the Yoruba movie industry that we refer to as fathers and legends and whatnot, that even if their junior colleagues are fighting, it's these men, Baba Latin them, that gets involved. So it's like they expected that those men, that they are sure that those men, had tried to broker peace, but for whatever reason it didn't happen. So it was not in the place of the junior colleagues, some of who did not even know that they had problem. It was not in their place to come and fix it, right? So according to Farati Ige, Punch style editor, said that yes, it seemed like there's been a rift, but we don't really know what happened. The cause of their rift is not known. It's actually it was very well managed, and it was only insiders and privileged sources in the industry that actually knew about it, and that there are just speculations about what caused the rift. In an interview, however, that Yinka Quadri granted a few years back, before we got this news that they had issues, Yinka Quadri said that yes, himself and Ogogo refer to themselves as twins, although they are not biologically related. Yinka Quadri grew up in Lagos Island, right? That's where he grew up, and Ogogo grew up there. So it's not like they are twins or anything. They met in 1985, and they were both in Odufa Kakos. Yinka Quadri even said that it was Ogogo that first named him the chairman of the Odufa Kakos. They were the ones that, when this stage play, theater, drama thingy was all stage plays, and they were moving from places to places, and when parents were discouraging their children to become actors, they were the ones that were doing it, and they were the ones that tutored a lot of our stars and celebrities in the Yoruba industry. Most of them started and graduated, got diplomas and whatnot from the Odufa Kakos, and the Yinka Quadri, Ogogo, Oga below them were the founding fathers. So yeah, that's what happened. Yinka referred to him as his best friend and said that nothing can separate them, blah blah blah. That yes, they have misunderstandings, but they usually settle it without third parties. But it looked like this one was so big that Baba Ajobi, we had to be involved before they would reconcile. And even Nkechi Blessing had no idea they were fighting. She was like, "What fights, Ke?" But I mean, it is what it is, though. It is what it is. It is what it is, because there isn't so much that we can do. And if you look at it very well, some movies, typically you see Yinka Quadri and Ogogo in movies, and there are some movies that, since Yoruba movie producers and writers and actors have started doing things on the big screen and large scales, we've not been seeing Yinka Quadri, and especially in movies where they use Ogogo. We've not been seeing, when you see a lot of elders, you would expect that Yinka Quadri will also be in the picture, but we've not really been seeing him in the pictures. Maybe it's because of the beef with Ogogo, I don't know, I can't tell, but it's safe to say that both of them have reconciled. A lot of persons give them kudos, because some people are like, oh, if it is the female that are fighting, even if they are the older female in the industry, you would hear it from somewhere that there's fights between the women, but that with these guys, nobody's hearing anything. Nothing is, it's just very, very coded. Nobody heard anything. People are saying that's what happens when matured people who are not letting the internet dictate what happens with them. This is what happens when they have beef. But yeah, some other persons are saying Remi Fabi knew what he was doing when he invited both of them, because afterwards, after Ajobi apparently settled whatever they had, they sat in the same they sat on the same table, afterwards. Maybe Yomi Fabi intentionally, maybe that was the plan all along. We don't know. We will never, I mean, we might still know, we might still talk about it because you know how Yomi is, yes. But it's safe to say that if you are going to ever refer to the misunderstanding that Yinka, Quadri and Ogogo had and how they reconciled, you are going to have to mention Yomi Fabi's name, and I think that's a good enough thing, right? Anyways, guys, that's the video, that's the gist. Why Ogogo and Yinka Quadri had to reconcile. Yomi Fabi is naming housewarming ceremony come birthday party. If you enjoyed this video, let me know by liking it in the comment section. Drop your thoughts, and if you have more, they said that it's only the who know who in the industry that actually knows the deep story concerning it. So if you are part of them, you can, or you know people that know people and they've told you, you can enlighten us in the comment section. Thank you so much for doing that. I'm going to be seeing you in the next video. Until then, guys, take care of yourself, subscribe to this channel, and bye.